I just wanted to come by because I have been experimenting with Kinky Curly curling custard for almost 3 months now, trying to make sure I got consistent results before I shared. I thought I would do a do's and don'ts video for success with Kinky Curly. And yes, everybody's hair is very individual, but I think that there are some rules that you have to keep in mind when using the product if you want it to work for you, because I do believe it works. So first I think I have 6 don'ts and I have 6 do's. So the first don't is don't wash your hair with a sulfate-based shampoo or overdo it with the shampoo so that it dries out your hair and makes it stringy and a straw-like mess. Kinky Curly needs a good base from which to work. The second is don't use a glycerin-based conditioner or one that has silicones in it. Kinky Curly is a very natural product. It's free of a lot of the baddie ingredients that are in most commercial hair care products. So whatever you use with it has to be natural or organic or just conducive to, you know, the other ingredients that are in Kinky Curly curling custard. 3, don't use gobs of product on your hair. I've seen people taking wads of this stuff and like just putting it on their hair and slicking it down. You don't need a bunch of product to make it work. Number 4 on the don't list is don't rake the product through your hair. I've seen people put it on there and then they're doing this and all like this, or using a Denman brush and smoothing it through. I've been through my share of raking, and what I've discovered is it tends to give me tighter ringlets and also makes my hair ultimately frizzy. So forget the Denmans. Number 5, perhaps like one of the most important things. Before you even buy this product, do not buy Kinky Curly, do not use Kinky Curly if you do not already have a defined curl pattern. This means when you wash your hair and it's soaking wet, if you can't see that there are either little ringlets there or any type of curl pattern, then Kinky Curly is not going to work for you. And I'm not talking about, oh, only, you know, women with my type of curls or looser can use the product. Not at all. I've seen Kinky Curly work on type 3 and type 4 hair, so it's not about that. But some people just don't really have a well-defined curl pattern. Even people who have, you know, type 3 hair, if they have heat damage where their hair is straight in sections, or, you know, their hair is more wavy than curly, then don't expect to get bouncing ringlets. It's not a miracle worker. And number 6, when you're done putting the product in your hair, don't keep touching it. Don't keep doing this and moving it and, you know, trying to see when it's dry and all of that. Just leave it alone. Okay, on to the do's, the most important. Number 1, do wash your hair in sections with a sulfate-free shampoo. This makes it not only easier to detangle your hair, but it makes it easier to apply the product in sections, which is really needed. I wouldn't recommend applying the product just kind of on your whole head like that. Number 2, when washing your hair in sections, use a sulfate-free shampoo, as I've said, or you can co-wash. But that's only applicable if you've not been using a bunch of hair butters. If you just took your hair out of twists that have been in for 3 weeks and you've been using shea butter every other day, don't expect to co-wash and then use Kinky Curly because you want to wash and go. Like, no. Number 3, use a leave-in. It is extremely important. You cannot use this product without a leave-in, be it Kinky Curly Not Today, which I have not tried, and of course they recommend that Kinky Curly Curling Custard be used with the Not Today, but for my pockets it's way too steep for the amount of product that you get and the number of times that you can use it. So I'm not trying to spend $14 or, in my instance, 12 pounds, which is a lot more than $14, mind you, on something that I can only use 3 or 4 times. No. Number 4, apply the proper amount. Depending on how many sections you divide your hair into and how long your hair is, you want to use about a dime size to a quarter size dollop of product on your hair. And when I do it, I really like to put it in, I sort of rub it, and then I take a section and I do like this. Okay? And I only do that one time per section. I don't keep going back. And after I do it, what I may do is just kind of scrunch a little bit just to make sure there is some separation. But doing that, some people call it the prayer for hair, or whatever you want to call it, a hair sandwich, whatever. What that does is Kinky Curly is freezing your curl pattern, which is why it's important for the hair to be soaking wet and for the moisture to be locked in before Kinky Curly goes over that, because it is freezing whatever is there, freezing the state of your curl. Number 5, use a bit of, I like to use avocado oil on the ends of your hair once you've applied the product. And I just use a little bit and I just kind of scrunch on the ends just to make sure it remains, you know, moisturized. You can use some other type of oil if you want to use coconut oil, whatever, but I like to use avocado oil. It's my oil of choice and it's been working really well for me, so I just keep at it. And last but not least, you can air dry your hair, which I've done, and I'm going to show you guys some pictures of what it looked like just afterwards. So those are my 6 do's and 6 don'ts to use Kinky Curly with success.